So you get to the airport early, and instead of overpaying for a sad airport sandwich, you step into a quiet, comfortable lounge, grab some complimentary food and drinks, and actually enjoy your time before your flight. Well, that's exactly what you get with the Capital One Venture X. The card gets you unlimited access to airport lounges worldwide without expensive membership fees. In this video, I'm gonna break down the lounges that you can access with the Capital Venture X, how to maximize your lounge access, free food and drinks and comfort, and whether the card is actually worth it. So if you're interested in upgrading your airport experience, stick around and let's get into it. So first up, why are airport lounges worth it? So instead of waiting at a crowded gate and paying for overpriced food, you can get access to a comfortable space with free food, drinks, high-speed Wi-Fi, and even showers or gyms in some locations. And the best part, with the Capital Venture X, you get unlimited lounge access for you, yourself, and a couple of guests and no additional cost. Whether you're a frequent traveler or just someone who wants a better airport experience, the perk alone makes a huge difference in your travel experience. Now let's break down the different lounges you can get into with the Capital Venture X. First up are the Capital One lounges. So one of the best perks of the Capital Venture X is access to the Capital One lounges. These aren't just basic airport lounges, they're modern, high-end spaces designed for comfort and convenience when you're traveling. So the Capital One lounges are a little different because they have healthier-ish kind of chef-inspired meals that you can either eat in the lounge, and sometimes they do have grab-and-go sections, which are super helpful when you're just on a quick rush and want to grab something and just hop on your flight. Some of the airport lounges have relaxation and fitness rooms and shower suites and quiet workspaces, which is super helpful when you're traveling. And they often feature craft cocktails and barista-made coffee with a local inspired twist. So how do you access some of these Capital One lounges? Well, Capital One Venture X card holders get unlimited complimentary access, which is the great thing about Capital One Venture X. No matter how much you travel, you get complimentary access to these lounges, including 2 guests whenever you visit. Additional guests beyond those 2 additional guests would be $45 per visit, and you must show your Capital One Venture X card and have a same-day boarding pass in order to access the lounge, and you can enter up to 3 hours before your flight. That is somewhat flexible though. Sometimes if they're not at capacity, they'll allow you to enter the lounge if you're more than 3 hours from your flight. As of January 2025, current Capital One lounge locations include Dallas-Fort Worth, Denver International Airport, Washington Dulles, and then the Capital One lounges that are coming soon are the New York LaGuardia one. There's also one at JFK that's coming soon, and the Las Vegas airport. So those are some of the upcoming Capital One lounge openings that you can look forward to. A maximizing tip is that you can add an authorized user for the Capital One Venture X for free, and that authorized user will also get free unlimited access and 2 additional guests to the Capital One lounges. And you can add up to 4 authorized users for free to the Capital One Venture X. So that means that theoretically you can get 15 people into a Capital One lounge at one time for no additional costs. You don't need to be present for those authorized users to get into the Capital One lounge. Now, aside from the Capital One lounges, Capital One has also introduced something new called the Capital One Landings, which is a unique dining experience. Instead of the traditional lounge, Capital One Landing is an elevated dining experience right inside the airport. The first Capital One Landing is open at Washington National Airport, DCA, and it was created in collaboration with Jose Andres Group, which is known for some incredible restaurants and food. What makes Capital One Landing special though? Well, it's kind of like a full tapas style menu curated by Jose Andres, and it's a sit-down dining experience instead of the typical grab-and-go or buffet type of lounge, which makes the Capital One Landings quite different from your typical airport lounge. As for access to the Capital One Landings, Capital One Venture X card holders get unlimited complimentary access and including 1 guest for free, which is 1 less than the typical lounge guest access when it comes to the Capital One lounges. So keep that in mind. You only get yourself in and 1 additional guest for free. Additional guests beyond that 1 free complimentary guest are $45 per visit. Capital One Venture X card holders also get 50% off purchases from On the Fly menu, which is their grab-and-go concept if you don't have time for a full sit-down meal. I haven't been yet, but from what it looks like, it seems like a really cool concept, and I'm hoping to try it out one of these days. Their only location is in DCA, so keep that in mind. You can also make reservations for the landing through the Capital One app if you know you're gonna be flying through DCA anytime soon. Check to see if there's any reservations available so that you don't have to wait in line or wait for in a queue in order to get a seat at the Capital One landing. So now the last major way to get into a lounge with the Capital One Venture X is Priority Pass. With the Capital One Venture X, you get a complimentary Priority Pass membership, which gives you access to over 1,300 airport lounges worldwide. So how do you use Priority Pass with Capital One Venture X? Well, you enroll in Priority Pass through the Priority Pass/Capital One website, and then you wait around like 2 weeks to get your physical Priority Pass membership card in the mail. You show your digital membership card or the physical membership card, or you can even show your Capital One Venture X card, and that will get you access into the lounge. An important thing to note is that as of January 2023, Priority Pass no longer includes airport restaurants and spa credits for the Capital One Venture X card holders. And then also guest policies can vary depending on the type of Priority Pass lounges. Lounge quality can vary, and some are amazing and some are not so great. So keep that in mind. Domestically here in the US, lounges are pretty limited, but internationally, Priority Pass is pretty good. They usually have a Priority Pass lounge at most airports internationally, or at least the major airports internationally. A maximizing tip when it comes to Priority Pass is that Capital One Venture X's Priority Pass membership gives you 1 free visit per year to a Chase Sapphire Lounge. That means that even if you don't have a Chase credit card, with the Capital One Venture X and Priority Pass, you can get into a Chase lounge once per year. Chase lounges are located in San Diego, JFK, LaGuardia, and Boston. And again, you only can get in once a year. To check where Priority Pass lounges are, you can download the Priority Pass membership app. And then from there, you can search the airports that you are going to be traveling to anytime soon. And that will provide you all the lounge information, all within the Priority Pass app. And so that's an easy way to figure out what airport lounges that you get into. So overall, is the Capital One Venture X worth it for the lounge access? Well, let's kind of break down some of the perks and benefits of the Capital One Venture X. The Capital One Venture X has an annual fee of $395, but you also get a $300 travel credit every year that you can redeem in the Capital One travel portal. So essentially $300 worth of travel. And then every single year you have the card, you get a 10,000 point bonus per year, which is worth at least $100 in travel. Then you also get unlimited lounge access with the Capital One Venture X. From those two benefits alone, that helps offset the annual fee, and essentially you're netting positive $5 if you take everything at face value. Of course, there are other perks and benefits to the card, but just those two benefits alone makes the annual fee worth it. And then you throw on unlimited lounge access on top of that as well to the Capital One lounges, the Capital One landing, and then also Priority Pass. That could save you a lot of money on food and drinks that you typically would spend at an airport, and that value kind of adds up and increases the value of holding the Capital One Venture X. The Capital One Venture X is one of those cards where I consider a no-brainer card because of the perks and benefits it offers. It helps offset the annual fee pretty easily, and it just makes sense to have the card, especially if you're looking to get airport lounge access. And it's one of the cards that have the lowest annual fees and gives you all this lounge access. There are other cards out there that give you airport lounge access, but those cost $550, $695, and so that's where the value really is great when it comes to the Capital One Venture X. So even if you travel just a few times a year, lounge access alone can easily justify the annual fee because of the food and drink costs that you can potentially save. But keep in mind that you have to travel to some of these airports that actually have the lounges, and so if you never go to a Capital One lounge, if you never go to a Priority Pass lounge, then the lounge access is not very useful. If you're interested in applying for the Capital One Venture X, my link is down in the description, and using that link really helps support my work. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions and which airport lounges are some of your favorites. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching this far, and I'll see you guys in the next one.